This is my absolute first time on a snow bike. Hey, Matt here, and welcome to another Mob Street video. Now today, I'm out here with my buddy, Wiley.
Yes, sir.
Say hi.
How's it going, everybody? Wiley Cook. We got my Timbersled kit out here today. I'm running the 129 Arrow. Freaking sweet. Float everywhere you go. Thing rides awesome. Doesn't take much work to ride on it.
So, what bike are we on?
So I'm on a 2019 YZ450.
And the 450's got enough power to do
Pretty much anything you need.
whatever you want to do.
Yep.
Now, this seems a bit unconventional to, I would say, a lot of people, but why put a track and a ski on a bike?
Well, one of the biggest reasons I did, I already had the bike. I didn't want to go buy a snowmobile. This is in between. Plus, I can run this all year round if I choose to do it this way. It's pretty affordable, you know. I figured why not try it? Put it on this year, and I probably will never go back to a snowmobile.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is my first time out on a snow bike. I'm actually pretty stoked to be out here. So for one, I've never done much with snowmobiles, which a lot of people probably say you're an idiot because you live in Utah. I came out here and just cruising around this bowl and just cutting up through the trees. Obviously, I'm brand new at this, but even for a brand new beginner, dude, it's so much fun.
Heck yeah.
It's amazing just getting out into the powder, just how easily that thing slides back and forth.
It's like I say, no exercise really is put into this at all.
That's
You just sit on it and go.
Unless you want to do some of the jumps like we were
Yeah.
doing over there on the other side.
That's true.
So as far as the kit goes, you said you can run this all year round. Is it easy to take this off and put the rear wheel and can you use the stock rear suspension and everything on it, or what has to come off of this?
So you have to take off the rear shock and either put in a Timbersled shock or just a mount in the back that replaces the shock. There's a thing called a fit kit that replaces the swing arm bolts. So you have to take off the swing arm, the rear brake, and then on the front, it's actually really simple. You put these clamps on the front, send a bolt through that comes with the fit kit, and the ski already comes mounted as is.
Oh, really?
And it slides right in. Motor wise, you have to put a thing called a thermobob on there. It goes in your hose lines for your antifreeze, and the motor has some sensor in there that it holds the antifreeze in the motor until it's to a certain temperature, and then it lets it out so that it heats the whole system of antifreeze up warmer, because it's so hard to keep your motor warm with all the snow on it.
Really?
Yeah, so it works pretty well. I have an app on here that'll show me, and the motor seems to stay around 130 when I'm doing this with that thermobob on.
Really? As far as the track goes, this one is a 129, and we were chatting a little bit earlier. You said there's a few different ones that you can get?
Yeah, so there's a Riot that Timbersled makes. They are a 119, which is 10 inches shorter, and it's more for kind of like a jumping, riding wheelies type thing. Then they make either a 137 or a 136, and that's a lot longer. That's more for hill climbs and mainly things like that.
Gotcha.
So I just went a happy medium with mine.
So yours is sitting right in the middle
At a 129.
at a 129.
Yeah.
Have you had any, has there ever been any snow where you're like, man, I can't get through that? Or any,
when it gets to be about 3 feet of powder, around 3.5, 4 feet of powder, it's a little too much.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you go like 2 feet of powder, just perfect. Absolutely perfect if you have a good base. So
how much snow is, or how shallow is too shallow?
You know, about right now is about the maximum. So probably about a 6 inches is about your shallow.
So now that you've ridden snowmobiles, you've ridden these, you like this over the snowmobile, what you said earlier.
Yes, sir.
what's your favorite part about the snow, like being out and riding? What's your most favorite part about the whole thing?
Honestly, just the fact that I can get on and go through the trees. I'm in the fresh powder all the time that nobody's touched because no sleds can go in it. I can make it up any single hill for typical riding around here that a snowmobile does. No, I'm not as fast as them, but I don't need to be. I enjoy this more just because like I say, I just sit there and glide.
It's more of just the being out and just cruising, not balls
having
to the wall.
Yeah, not having to jump back and forth on a sled and, you know, just working yourself to death.
What's the difference between this and being on the, like, control wise, what's the difference between this and the sled?
The sled is a lot more work. If you're side hilling or something, you have to be on the other side of the sled, you know, and holding on to your thing in the middle of your handlebars, just really working you. But this, you just kind of lean to the side and it will just stay on that side and cruise.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot less jumping across
Yes,
the machine.
tons
So the
less.
sled, so again, new guy to sledding, so the sled requires a lot more hopping
Yes.
back and forth
Yes.
than this does. Where this, well, even just me, dude, just out, just freaking, like, you just lean into it. It's like riding my Harley down a canyon. It's just
Exactly.
like
It's exactly
nice,
like
comfortable cruising as you're going through.
that. Yep.
Is Timbersled the only kits that you can get for these?
No, so there is a brand called Yeti, and they do a carbon fiber tunnel and a whole kit that's made out of carbon fiber. I like those. I have some buddies that have them, and they seem to be awesome. They really are a lot lighter, but man, they're just a little pricey.
So this is more of like the blue collar deal, where the other one's a little bit upper
Yes.
echelon.
Yes.
So lighter weight now, but this is all out of aluminum, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So I mean, it's not overly heavy.
No.
But
no,
where
it's
the
not.
carbon fiber is just going to be a touch lighter.
Yeah.
As far as bike wise goes, engine wise, is like the 450 as low as you would want to go? Can you put them on a 250? I mean, like,
You know,
what?
I wouldn't personally put them on a 250. Now, a KTM 300, I've seen lots of guys run those. I've ridden with a couple of them, and they seem to go just fine.
Really?
Yes, especially the new ones with the fuel injection on them.
Really?
They go awesome. The bike's a lot lighter, and so I think that definitely helps when it comes to that. But it's awesome. I think a 300 I'd run one on if I went to a two-stroke.
Outside of the two-stroke, the 300, the 450 is pretty much the base.
Yes.
You'd want to put one on.
Yeah, I wouldn't put one on a 250.
Well, what about a TW?
Maybe if you gear it right.
Cruise around.
That'll be the next project on his channel.
On the TW. So, well, I want to say thanks to my buddy Wiley for
Yes,
bringing me out here. I mean, obviously, so
freaking beautiful.
you can see how cool this place is. It's absolutely gorgeous, and we're gonna go cruise around a little bit on this YZ450 with the Timbersled on it. And if there's any questions or comments, make sure to put those down below. If you have any tips for a beginner rider on here, put those in there as well, because like I said, I'm a beginner. I'm still learning. So, and as always, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and follow along. Hey, have you got like any social you want these guys to follow you on?
Instagram @Kyo_cook.
Sweet. I'll make sure to put that in the description as well. We've got an Instagram page also. There will definitely be pictures of this up here. It's where we post kind of all the, you know, the background stuff that goes on with the channel. So make sure to check that out as well. And we're going to call it at that. I'm Matt.
I'm Wiley.
This is Mob Street, and thanks for watching. This is my absolute first time on a snow bike, and I'm pretty excited. And here it comes now. Dude, that is unreal. That is unfreaking real.
It is. It's fun, isn't it?
How the heck does it, wow.
It's nuts that a bike with the foot wide ski can just float.
Dude.
Just absolutely float. But look in this chuck. Look how well that follows the ski.
It just tracks it like crazy.
Exactly. Perfectly. Because it's only as wide as the ski is.
Dude, that's nuts.